In the far reaches of space resided a planet. This planet was home to the most feared being of them all, known as Lord Beerus, the god of destruction. But even the most powerful and wealthy beings had problems of their own. One was boredom, pure and horrific boredom. He has lacked fun for thousands of years, even millions, most of the time sleeping for the millions of years or more to dull it out. Any opportunity he faces is easily handled. Apart from his job duties as a god of destruction, he's beyond bored. He wants a true fight, the fight of being that pushed him to full strength. Now Whis does take note of this, and he ponders an experiment, one that can create a truly strong hybrid and a possible god of destruction candidate for the future of Universe 7. It does take a few decades of planning to get it down pat, but Whis has it down now, as he finds the race known as the Saiyans. They're the most gifted in terms of fighting potential and abilities within this universe. Whis would use the power within his staff to search for a perfect child to hone his own DNA. Half Saiyan, half Angel. Now, just to clarify, Whis did affirm this with his father, the Grand Priest, who actually approved of this as he was interested to see the outcome, as this has never been done before. Now, of course, Zeno did approve of this, thinking it was, quote, super duper cool. Whis would agree, and he would find a Saiyan child, one that would be perfect to hold his power. But now this is a very, very, very dangerous task. He needs to find one that has the perfect spirit. Whis would find a Saiyan child by the name of Kakarot. His power was very weak, but Whis can tell great things within him. Plus, he wasn't a normal Saiyan either. His mother's calm and loving nature with his father's brash Saiyan nature is a perfect mixture for his spirit. Now, Whis did have other people to think about. He did ponder the prince named Vegeta. While he has incredible potential, he views it would not fit the prince as he has more of a brash spirit. Another child he saw which was named Broly, which actually had the most potential and power level, and he was surprised at how strong he was. But his spirit was far too uncontrollable and unpredictable. It had to be perfect to pick the right one, and Goku fit on having both worlds of a calm but a powerful spirit. Whis would then give him some of his DNA, and this Goku will let this child evolve on his own for now, but he will be there as sort of a master role. He's not going to tell Goku instantly who he is, as that's not his job, but he'll be more of a master role for now. Now, the same events would happen with Goku being sent away via Bardock, and he would still die having a final standoff against Frieza. He would have a vision of Goku standing there in a strange aura with silver eyes over the brutally beaten Frieza in fear, which makes him smile. His son is the legendary Super Saiyan, and Frieza will pay. As Bardock dies alongside with the rest of the planet, Goku would land on Earth, and Whis has been watching via his staff, making sure that the child does not get himself killed. He was happy to see that a kind mortal would take him under his wing and raise him well. By this point, Goku has shown to have amazing potential, growing much stronger than he did in the original story. Now, when he turned into a great ape and he was rampaging initially, around this time, Whis was here to stop him, but he would then see his grandpa ready to fight him. But the ape would then stop fighting, and it would then love on his grandfather by pointing down and pointing his finger while kicking his feet. It's the same effect that Gohan had with Icarus during the Tree of Might movie. Now, Whis was perplexed. Usually the Saiyans lose control initially when they're born, but this must be an effect of his DNA. Maybe Goku has a little bit more self-control. Now, this does really change things. Grandpa Gohan does not die. Now, as the years pass, Goku would meet Whis after returning from fishing, who was drinking tea with his grandfather. This is how Whis would introduce himself. Now, Whis would offer to train him on Earth, of course, which Goku accepts, being excited. As the years would pass on, Goku was now 12 years old. He was meditating hard, controlling his ki, as he was floating before he jumped up dodging a staff. He flies forward. Now Whis would begin throwing punches at Goku, which Goku would be able to jump around and dodge. Now Whis was of course holding back massively, not trying to hurt him, but he's working on Goku's dodging ability, mainly his spirit. Goku would then jump around and try to hit Whis, which Whis would easily dodge, with just some smiling at Goku. Goku would then fire his own Kamehameha, thinking that he actually hit Whis, as he didn't see him anymore. He would then cheer and state that he did it, before a staff bonks his head, leaving a big lump on his head. Whis would laugh, telling him to never let his guard down, and to be sure that his enemy is defeated. He has much to learn, but good training today. As Grandpa Gohan was watching, he was amazed because of how strong Goku has become already, far more than he could ever do. He thanks Whis as Bulma would arrive later on, as it was during her summer vacation, as he was searching for the Dragon Balls. Now, Whis wasn't around, being seen by less mortals the better, as he doesn't want to be seen that much. Now, Goku would agree, leaving to begin his adventures with her. Now, Goku has a little bit more manners and was taught a little bit better, so he isn't as naive as he is now. Now, Goku knows all about the Dragon Balls per Whis' teachings, and he knows that there is a set of Dragon Balls on planet Earth. As they would meet Master Roshi, who was shocked to see Goku's power, but he kept quiet about it, and he handed the Dragon Ball over, as he would also defeat Oolong the Terrible very easily. He would also meet Yamcha and Puar. Now, he was hungry like before, and that's how he lost initially. This time around, even when he starved, he would easily handle Yamcha. As Yamcha would secretly follow them, Goku would stop the fire on the Frying Pan Mountain. He would circle his hands together, breathing out a massive blowing of ki energy. And this would not destroy the castle, but it would blow out all the flames. They would still grab the Dragon Ball this time around, and even though he was caught by Pilaf, which we know he wouldn't, either way, he would have easily escaped on his own. Now, Goku has all the Dragon Balls. He doesn't really know what to wish for. Unlimited food supply? Or maybe a really strong opponent? Or maybe he could wish for his parents back. As Whis appeared smiling, as the dragon sweat seeing Whis, as Oolong would then yell out as he wishes for girls' underwear. As Bulma had a what the hell face as Goku was confused. Whis would simply laugh as he didn't care about the Dragon Balls here. These are not the true ones, and they're very weak at magic. Bulma would begin beating Oolong very comically. Goku was a little let down that all the hard work they did was now all gone, and Whis tells Goku how true it was a waste, but he learned more in return by exploring who he is and gaining more allies along the way and more experience. Whis would then leave Earth for now, tending to Beerus' sleeping habits. Goku will begin his training under Master Roshi, and it was very simple and easy training, but he learned good things from Roshi, especially more martial arts techniques. And Krillin, who is his new friend, has actually grown a lot stronger as well, having Goku to fight and train with, as within a week, he learned all he could from Roshi. As Whis arrives, everyone else other than Bulma doesn't know who Whis really is. They know that he's just a master to Goku. Now, remember, it only took Goku a week to pretty much finish all of Roshi's teachings. Because Goku's too strong, he more or less learned all the martial arts. And it was even stated by Roshi that by the time Goku was 12, he learned all the martial arts on the planet. So why can't he learn it within a week? I mean, he's able to mimic a move that took Roshi 50 years to perfect. So yeah, Goku's able to do it. Well, instead, Whis would then take Goku for the first time to Beerus' world to train, until this little tournament will take place, as Goku was excited as the 7 months of training was grueling, with Goku doing chores for most of it, growing much stronger during the intense battle with Whis. Goku was being toyed with. Whis pushes him by forming a large sphere of energy, throwing it to Goku. Goku would then fire a massive Kamehameha, clashing with it, but it was too much and it would then hit Goku. Whis worried that he might have used a little bit too much power to Goku, but he worried that Goku would be injured too much. But no, the explosion would then clear. As Goku stood in the middle, a strange aura was formed around his body as he opened his eyes, which was now silver. This child version of Goku has tapped into Ultra Instinct. This made Whis beyond happy. He was worried due to him being half mortal and Saiyan that it might not work, but he knew that it automatically angels are born with it. But unlike Goku with being half mortal, it might not have gone that way. But Goku was glad that he was able to learn it naturally very quickly though. So Goku would then charge at Whis, clashing with him, testing this new power. He would then roar, echoing, as he fires a huge blast before he faints. As he couldn't hold the power for very long, it drained all of his energy. Whis would then catch him in his arms and he smiled. He was very proud of his student. As he then heals him, as then once when the 7 months was up, Goku would arrive for the 21st World Martial Arts Tournament. As Whis was watching from the rooftop, seeing how his student would do, he had full confidence that he would win, of course, as we all know that Goku would easily blow through the tournament with ease, winning the entire thing. But Whis was proud of Goku, stating this was more of a test to see how well he can control his power. And he is impressed, as during the Red Ribbon Army arc, Goku would completely destroy them all. They would have no chance against this version of Goku, and Goku would collect the Dragon Balls. He would hand them to Kami so they can be protected for any bad wishes to be used. Now, Goku would actually not step into this 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, but watch it this time with Whis, as Krillin would actually be the hero of the World Tournament. He would actually be on equal terms with Tien. And Krillin having Goku to train with and more motivation, he's actually grown a lot in power. and he would be able to beat Tien barely in their match. As Goku would see Tambourine, he would defeat him pretty easily, and unfortunately Demon King Piccolo would not be able to get his wish, as Goku would have easily overpowered him. Now Demon King Piccolo knows if he kills him, then Kami will die, and Goku knows about this too. Goku would easily beat Demon King Piccolo, as Whis has an idea. Goku asks for help, as Whis would agree. Whis would then wave a staff at the both of them. Demon King Piccolo was slowly disappearing. Now back, he was slowly disappearing his energy, and all that negative energy was disappearing, going back into Kami. But before he completely disappeared, he spat out an egg as Whis cleared them of the evil within Demon King Piccolo, and put his life force back into Kami. So now, Kami is whole. Now we know that Piccolo Jr. is born, but now he isn't bound to Kami. So he's his own being now. So if Piccolo dies, Kami will not die, vice versa. In the original, if either dies, then you know what happened. Because Piccolo's the reincarnation of the Demon King. So we all know that peace was now restored, and Goku would not train with Kami for the 3 years, since he has Whis. Either way, he would leave with Whis back to his world to continue training, as 3 years later, he would return and meet his friends once again. This time around, Chi-Chi, there is no Chi-Chi and Goku. Chi-Chi is there, and she's a very powerful Z fighter, but Goku never promised to marry her. She's a very good ally, and she does like Goku, of course, thinking that he's cute, but they never promised anything, and they never went on a date. It was never something that sparked anything, but she does respect Goku as an ally. Bulma actually takes more of a liking to Goku, more than Chi-Chi does, as Goku was happy to see his friends, and he would join the tournament, although he would easily win, no difficulty. His fight with Tien, Goku was toying with him, and the entire time, he would easily defeat Tien in the finals. And, of course, the finals had Piccolo fighting Goku. As no matter what attack Piccolo used, Goku would easily block the attacks, and he would knock out Piccolo as he would spare his life. For now, telling him to never do evil again. As the next 5 years of peace, Goku would be continuing his training. As Whis would stop by all the time to eat the amazing earth food that Bulma makes. By this point, Bulma and Goku would get married, and they would have the first son that Goku would name Gohan to honor his grandfather, with who has passed by this point. Now Raditz would still arrive on Earth, as he would challenge Goku to a match, which he would easily lose to Goku. Now Goku offers Raditz to stay, as long as he does no evil deeds, which Raditz has no choice but to agree, because if he does leave, Vegeta and Nappa will kill him, and if he tries doing evil here, then Goku will kill him, so he only has the third option. So he chooses to stay, and this does change the Saiyan and Frieza arc, because they never heard of the Dragon Balls, and Frieza, Vegeta, Nappa, they never hear about it. And Vegeta and Nappa never originally hit to Earth, and Frieza never goes to planet Namek. And they had no care for Raditz, they only was interested because of the Dragon Balls. Now with Raditz here, his ship was still intact, he would train and live at Roshi's place for the time being, and he would meet Launch, and they would get together over time. As Goku hears stories of Frieza and Vegeta and the others from Raditz, Goku's actually interested to see how strong they are, and he asks Whis all about it, and Whis having the knowledge, he would then explain who Frieza is and Vegeta, Nappa, and explain about the Saiyans. Goku wants to fight them. And of course, Whis is not going to turn down seeing his training, as while Frieza is very powerful, he's interested to see how Goku will do. He's more than confident that Goku would easily win, but he wants to see this, as he knows that Beerus actually did promise to kill Frieza, so if Goku does it for Beerus, maybe Beerus won't be as aggressive when he wakes up, especially because he knows that Beerus' temper could destroy Earth, and of course, Whis doesn't want that to happen. But now, of course, after 20 minutes of traveling, he would arrive on planet Frieza 79. As Vegeta and the others were there, as they were prepared to take another planet, Frieza was there as well with his father. Now, Goku would arrive as some Frieza soldiers would try to attack him, which they would easily defeat them. Vegeta and Nappa come out seeing how another Saiyan, Goku, came to see how strong they are, but to also stop them from destroying planets and hurting innocent people. He easily blasts through the entire Frieza force and the Ginyu force. Zarbon, Dodoria, they are all completely obliterated. Same with the entire Ginyu force, Captain Ginyu and more. They have no chance against Goku. He easily defeated them all without even trying. As Vegeta stands there, arms crossed with a smirk. Through these times, Vegeta has only grown stronger, surpassing the Ginyu force with his Zenkai abilities. Nappa was far too weak, and he was killed off long ago. As Frieza was behind them having a smug smirk as he was enjoying the show, but something was off about the Saiyan. Indeed, he was different. This interested him, as behind Frieza was his father, King Cold, who was just as interested as well in this Saiyan battle. As they shared who they were and that Goku beat Raditz, Vegeta scoffs at him, telling him that you should have stayed on Earth, you low-class trash. Goku glared at Vegeta, as Goku would then state, I don't care about Saiyan rankings, Vegeta, but I can't stand by and watch innocent people get hurt. Goku opens a smirk as he stares at Vegeta. Besides, I want to see how strong you are, and show me, and you and your father are next. As Vegeta scoffs, shaking his head, that the strong survive and the weak die. And he charges in at Goku, who dodges attacks with ease, as he would shift to the side and he would spin around throwing a kick, but Goku would then block with his palm, as he did a 1-inch punch, making Vegeta backflip forward, as he would then spin around and throw a Gallic gun, which Goku held up a single finger, eyes closed as he blocked the attack as it disappeared, shocking Vegeta on how the hell did he block his most powerful attack with ease. As Goku understands it now, he tells Vegeta, you're just a puppet that Frieza pulls a string on, aren't you? He then appears gut-punching Vegeta, making him cough up spit and fall over. As Goku doesn't want to kill any more Saiyans, other than himself, Raditz, and Vegeta, they're the last full-blooded Saiyans left, his son. He will give Vegeta one chance, so he'll spare him this time around. He would then glare at Frieza and his father, stating that they're next, and this time, he will not be spending any mercy on them. They're just beasts, with no mercy for anything but themselves. Frieza would then step into battle Goku in his first form as he flies in for a punch, which blocked, as he punches Frieza right in the gut, making him spit blood and fall over, in agony. King Cold was shocked that Frieza would lose that quickly. Frieza would then get up and fire a huge blast, destroying the entire castle. He would then stand there looking up at Frieza, and Frieza was now in his final form, as he flies in throwing a barrage of punches which Goku blocked with ease, with just a finger, Jiren style. He was then standing still as he would then grab Frieza's tail, slamming him around. He would then pull him forward, delivering a powerful headbutt, launching Frieza through the broken castle walls. Goku was standing there giving a cold glare. No matter what Frieza did, it did zero damage to Goku. Frieza would go full power, bulking up, but even that, Goku would easily defeat him, and fire a Kamehameha wave and kill Frieza. King Cold would try and trick Goku before double-crossing him like he did against Trunks, but Goku would kill him with a ki blast through his chest. And even if King Cold could transform into a final form, it wouldn't be enough to beat Goku. Goku was just far too strong. No matter what he did, it wouldn't have worked on him. As Goku would now bring Vegeta back to Earth, as he's going to give him one chance, and of course if Vegeta does act up, Goku would easily defeat him. Now that Vegeta has slowly recovered, he has nothing left to lose, really. I mean, does he? The fact is that Frieza's gone. That Saiyan defeated him that easily? He would then decide to stay on Earth for the time being. And during the year, he would get together with Chi-Chi, as they're similar in some ways. Future Trunks would still arrive in the original timeline, and Future Trunks here, he would be confused. As to why Goku isn't here, he should be arriving in his spaceship any time now. He would find Goku at Capsule Corp and was shocked to see that he was with his mom. Goku would explain everything, shocking Trunks at how much time has changed. As Trunks explained his situation, Whis was there and he would speak about how time travel is actually banned, and it isn't allowed, and that he advises he should go back as soon as possible and destroy this machine. Because while Whis cannot indirectly do anything, if Beerus finds out, then Beerus will completely incinerate everybody, potentially even the planet. As Trunks can't go without getting stronger. Now Goku does have an idea, to train in Whis' staff, which you would agree since this time it's similar to the Room of Spirit in time. As well, they would spend a year, which is one day inside of Whis' staff. Now, if you know, you need to be able to control your leaking ki to move around, so Trunks would be trained by Goku to control his ki, and over the months, making Trunks super strong. Now, when they come out, Trunks is more than ready to handle the androids, and he would then take his leave, leaving Goku with the heart virus medicine just in case he needs it. Warning of the androids 3 years' time. Goku would take note of it, and he would begin training hard, as Vegeta would find his way to be trained by Whis via food. Much to Chi-Chi hating it, Vegeta would not take no for an answer. As he begins training under Whis, Goku was already far ahead, as he showcases Super Saiyan God and Ultra Instinct to Vegeta, shocking him with his power. As the two begin their training, within 3 years, Vegeta learns how to access Super Saiyan God. They never learned how to use Super Saiyan, and if Trunks did spar with Goku and showcase it, Goku has no clue how to access it, and why would he need to? As Whis would have even saw it, and Goku would have realized that That form is pretty powerful, but my God form is way stronger. I don't need it. So Goku would have no use for it. This means that there's no Super Saiyan Blue, since they didn't have Super Saiyan nor did they master it. So they do worry about mastering the power of Super Saiyan God. Now this is for Vegeta to follow mainly, because no matter how hard he tried, he cannot use Ultra Instinct like Goku can. And Goku in the beginning to reach the steps of using Master Ultra Instinct, but he's not quite there yet. He does have UI down pat, and he can access it anytime he wishes. As they did train in Whis' staff, Goku did get hit with the heart virus, but Whis would instantly heal him no issue. So the 3 years was up. Now, what about Gohan? We never really spoke of him before, and much of it he does train with his father sometimes, which he was present in the gravity room that Bulma made. Now, Gohan does train with Piccolo, and those two would become friends, and Piccolo would warm up to Gohan, also with Uncle Raditz as well, as Raditz is growing a lot stronger as well. They know of Gohan's amazing potential, and that he's growing well as a warrior. Bulma understands his need to train to be strong for any threat, as Gohan was gifted with intelligence anyway. So when the time came, they all arrived ready to go fight the androids. As Dr. Gero and Android 19 appeared, Goku stood in the back to let his son try his hand at fighting to see how strong he's become. As Gohan would fight Android 19, handling his own very well, these androids are similar in power. As they were defeated, they had no chance, as Dr. Gero only laughed. He knew how strong Goku has gotten via research, and he has prepared contingency plans for this, and has boosted his tech and research further than ever before, years ahead of his time. He had backup. Vegeta had enough of this, as he killed Dr. Gero, which set his plan in motion. The androids was automatically set free due to his death. Androids 17 and 18, now free, would fight Raditz first, who was defeated by the android. Now Goku notes how powerful these androids actually are, as Raditz was easily defeated, as within the lab of Dr. Gero, his secret weapon awakens, named Cell. He was created earlier than the original. As now he was free, he finds his way to the two androids who were fighting the rest of the Z-Fighter. As they were confused on who this creature was, he would then yell out Solar Flare and absorb the two androids, becoming Perfect Cell. This would shock everybody, as they didn't know that he could do this. Not to mention, they didn't know that he could do Solar Flare, as they never seen power like this before. It was incredible, as Goku was even getting a little excited. As Vegeta would then turn to Goku, challenging him to paper, rock, scissors, as who would win, and it was Vegeta. Vegeta would then power up his base form and battle Cell. As it was a trade back and forth, Cell wasn't really trying, as Vegeta would then charge Zora, he would then turn into a Super Saiyan God, pressing Cell, as this was all going to his plan. Cell would then use his full power, which Vegeta easily overpowered him with ease. He held out a big bang attack, hitting Cell to pieces, until he quickly regened and banged back his power, gaining a quick Zenkai. He smirked at Vegeta. His tail would then swish around as he has an idea. His plan was all going into perfection, because it's perfect. He would then appear behind Vegeta, as they don't know about his tail ability, as they were blinded by the Solar Flare. He would then yell out the Solar Flare again, as Vegeta wasn't prepared for it. He was blinded. Now Cell would then absorb Vegeta, and he begins evolving. Cell would then yell as he was covered in a red light. As it cleared, he stood there. His color, instead of a light green, was now red, with the Super Saiyan God aura and God Ki flowing. He laughs as his plan worked amazingly. Well, it worked perfect, as Vegeta was too arrogant and he dropped his guard. He pointed his finger, calling out to Goku, as the rest is fodder to him. Goku walked forward to Cell as he turned Super Saiyan God, as they clashed in a heated battle. Other than Whis, Goku never had a challenge before. Every fight he was easy to him because of how strong he became. But now, Goku was truly excited because now he can test his power to the fullest and fight Cell. As Cell here was actually seeming to have the upper hand on Goku in his base form, as Cell fired a huge Kamehameha, hitting Goku, making a huge crater. Now Goku would then turn Super Saiyan God once again and battle Cell. The two would then go back and forth, as they do seemingly seem equal, but Cell would then showcase his full power and overpower Goku. Goku, half of his G was then torn as he ripped the rest of it off, now shirtless, gaining a 20% buff of power boost. He then closed his eyes, going into base form, waiting. Cell was confused at first, but he shrugged and charged in a powerful punch, as Goku then catches it with one hand, opening his silver eyes. Goku snaps Cell's wrist as he floats towards him, Gogeta style, throwing air punches as Cell flew back into a rock wall. Cell was confused on how was this possible. How is he so strong? What is his power? No matter what Cell did, Goku was far too strong. Goku was dodging every single punch that Cell was throwing at him. As Cell, out of desperation, would then charge up a Galaxy Kamehameha, saying goodbye to the entire galaxy. He fires it at Goku, who stayed calm. His aura flares as it forms a small size of a galaxy. It would then be absorbed into Goku. As Whis' smile only got bigger, Goku did it, as Goku's hair was now silver white. He's mastered the power, as he easily overcame the blast, shocking Cell as he appeared in front of Cell, putting his fist to his chest. His fist would then glow a white color as it blasts Cell in the chest and right into his stomach. This would then make Cell spit out Vegeta and Android 17 and 18 in a row. They would then all fall passed out, as the Z Fighters would then quickly take them away. Cell was reverted back to his first form and he panics, begging for mercy. As Goku aimed his hand at Cell, he would then fire a blast at Cell, completely killing the bio android, saving the universe once again. As now, with all of them saved, they ask Goku what to do with the two androids, who is now awake and shocked of seeing Goku's pressure and power. He lets them go, as they promise that they won't cause any problems. Vegeta was most pissed off as he lost and he dropped his guard, as Whis laughed, but it all worked out in the end, and Vegeta, you have grown a lot more in power. So don't worry, there's much more in store for all of you soon enough. After the defeat of Cell, there was 7 years of peace, and this time around, instead of Goten, it'll be Bra. Now as for Vegeta, he has a son as well, and the name will be Vegeta Jr. They had a huge argument over the name of the child, as Chi-Chi wanted to name the boy Einstein, but Vegeta won that argument real quick, and they called him after his royal bloodline named Vegeta Jr. Now during those 7 years of peace, Goku would continue going to Beerus' world to continue his training. Now Vegeta would tag along, of course, as he's not going to fall too far behind Kakarot. He's going to do everything he can to try and keep up. Now learning, during this time, he would continue learning to master Ultra Instinct, and at that point, 7 years later, they have all gotten exponentially stronger. But they would all meet for the World Tournament, and the same events would happen for Gohan, as Gohan did start school and he would meet Videl and become the Golden Warrior. The difference is with Gohan here is he actually does have good studies, but he keeps up his training as to not get rusty. Since Goku is around and Bulma does encourage him to, Gohan actually does keep his training up. And as for Bra, she's already unlocked Super Saiyan by the age of 7 and is absurdly strong. Same with Vegeta Jr., who was her rival in a sense, but she does outclass him. When they do fight during the Junior Tournament finals, they still meet the Supreme Kai the same way as well, but when she actually fights Vegeta Jr., she would actually win. It'll be a very good fight, but she was able to pull through slightly, thus giving Goku the father points for that one. They would still meet the Supreme Kai the same exact way. Gohan will still be angry after seeing Videl beaten by Spopovich, and when Gohan transforms, he would actually go into a Super Saiyan 2. Now remember, Gohan did not slack off on his training at all, so Gohan is absurdly powerful, shocking Kibito and Supreme Kai as well. This is a perfect opportunity to take his energy. They would do so, as the Supreme Kai would still be able to hold Gohan back using his powers, and Gohan would have his energy taken. Now, they would use this opportunity to then leave. Now, the Supreme Kai did speak to Goku beforehand. He told Goku what he was going to do, as Goku didn't like it, but it's the only way they were going to find Babidi. Now, the Supreme Kai, he was shocked to actually see Goku and to see that the test that Whis did was proving fruitful, as he actually knew that Whis' secret test for the mortal could give an angel DNA, and he was shocked to see it was true. Now, does Beerus know about it? Beerus does know that Whis was working on an experiment, but he doesn't know what it is, as Beerus fell asleep before Whis could even tell him. He was like mid-sentence, and Beerus was like, I want to go to bed. Tell me when I wake up. And he went to bed, because he was tired. You know, he needs his beauty sleep. So Beerus is actually one of the only people that don't know, other than the Grand Priest, Zeno, and the Supreme Kai, are the only people that know about Goku having angel DNA, other than Goku himself. Now, Goku does know about it. He didn't tell nobody that he has angel DNA. He just never did. The only person he might have told is maybe Bulma. But other than that, he didn't really tell nobody else. So no one else actually knows. They just think that Goku's just really strong as a Saiyan. Now, once when they did take Gohan's energy, they would then follow him all the way to Babidi's ship. Now, the fact that Gohan is way more powerful than he originally is, that is more than enough energy that Babidi needs to revive Majin Buu. as once when they lead to the ship, just because that Buu was strong enough, now he was fully revived. Now, Goku would first want to fight Majin Buu on his own, while Vegeta and Gohan would handle Babidi's men. Pui and Yakan were easily defeated by Vegeta, and Gohan did battle Dabura. But this time around, Gohan easily defeated him, without even turning into a Super Saiyan. Now, Goku was actually toying with Majin Buu in base form. He was actually kind of excited to fight Buu, hearing how strong he was, but sadly it wasn't a good fight for him. He actually tells Gohan to step up and fight Majin Buu, as he does want the next generation to fight as well. As he was super bored, Gohan would then step up and battle Majin Buu. Gohan would now burst into Super Saiyan as he battles Majin Buu, and he has the edge over the Majin, as Buu was getting angry. As he was being easily beaten left and right, this would then cause him to find some conflict within himself, as he would then snap. Gohan stops as he was shocked, as steam would then form above Majin Buu, and a new Majin appears. It was Evil Buu, who glares at them. He would try and attack Good Buu first, as Good Buu was weaker than him. Gohan would then step in and actually help Fat Buu, saving him, as Gohan doesn't sense any evil within his body. Now Gohan would begin battling Evil Buu, and Evil Buu was a lot stronger than Fat Buu. Now Gohan could still handle him in Super Saiyan, but he was proving a bit more trouble. Goku was about to step in, but Vegeta says to wait and let Gohan handle this. The reasoning for it is because Vegeta understands what Goku means as well, so let the next generation step in case him or Kakarot are not there. Goku understands as he waits for Gohan. Gohan would then transform into a Super Saiyan 2, and he would easily overpower Evil Buu. Now, Evil Buu does not have the magic beam to turn people into candy, at least we never seen it officially. We do know that when Fat Buu fired the candy beam, he had to blow the wind, and it turned on Buu, and he was able to eat him. And if he could have turned him to candy and eaten him, why didn't he do it earlier? So I'm gonna just say for my what if that he doesn't have candy beam. Now he can absorb people, that can happen. So would he try to absorb Gohan? I don't think so, because Gohan is too powerful. And even if he did try to absorb Gohan, Gohan could form a ki barrier around himself to protect him. And then by that point, Goku would just toy with him, and Gohan could just escape just fine. So Evil Buu would be overpowered by Gohan, and he would fire a final Majin Kamehameha. Gohan would then fire the same, a Masenko, firing right at Evil Buu, and it would completely incinerate the Majin, leaving nothing left. So Gohan technically did save the day to a degree, and Goku was never more proud of his son. He was more proud than anything else, as Gohan actually did it and he defeated a threat on his own. Goku patted us on the back, said did a good job. But now they look at Fat Buu, who was really happy, as he says, "Oh, you saved me." Now Vegeta was ready to kill him, but Goku says, "No, let him go." Because, Vegeta, do you not sense that? There's zero evil in his heart. He's all pure and loving and kind. He lets them go for now, but he tells Buu to not be naughty and don't do anything bad around people. Don't hurt nobody, okay? And Buu understands, and he goes off on his own. Now, would this also cause Mr. Satan to meet Majin Buu? Realistically, no, because there's no nude broadcasting. But of course, Mr. Satan can sense the power of Majin Buu, and he knows he can easily beat him. So for plot reasons, he does find Majin Buu either way, hearing that there was a monster nearby, and the city freaks out about it, because Majin Buu may have gone to town and maybe try eating candy. He doesn't have money. That's how Mr. Satan meets Majin Buu. There you go. And Mr. Satan is so powerful that he would spare Majin Buu for now, and they would become best friends, staying at his home for the time being. And Majin Buu would help him easily win the next tournaments because he's too powerful to do so. After this was done, there was peace finally restored. Now, the Supreme Kai was really interested in Gohan, as he really wanted to train him. Oh, and just to remind you, Raditz is there as well, but Raditz wasn't really relevant because he kind of stayed in the background. While Raditz is actually very powerful, he does have Super Saiyan, and he is touching the realm of Super Saiyan 2 by this point. He doesn't have it yet, but Raditz is still a powerhouse, and he's no joke. But Raditz could have actually held his own against Fat Buu, but I think Fat Buu would have overpowered him. And this is before the split. After the split, I think Raditz might have a small chance of beating Buu, but Buu has that regeneration ability, so it's hand in hand. But Raditz is no joke. Do not sleep on Raditz. Now, cutting forward, Gohan, would he train with the Supreme Kai? I think he would. If a Supreme Kai does offer to Gohan to grow stronger, Gohan would take it. As while Gohan did defeat Majin Buu, he notes on how strong he actually was, and that if Gohan was not strong enough, what would have happened? Minus his father being there. So Gohan would agree, and he would go train. Now this would mean he would start training with the Z-Sword, which he was able to easily remove from the rock, with without too much difficulty than the original. Gohan would continue his training, as he would still break the Z-Sword as Goku was there as well with Whis, as they wanted to see Gohan use the Z-Sword on Ketchum. Now the Z-Sword would break, making Whis go, oh my, as freeing was the Elder Kai. The Elder Kai was sealed by Beerus about 60 million years ago, so he was happy to be released and he thanked them for it, and in return, he asked Gohan if he can unlock his potential. He can sense the potential within him. Now Goku's far too strong to receive a power buff of Mystic. He doesn't really need it because he has Ultra Instinct, but we'll get to that in a minute. But this is when Gohan would then have his potential unleashed, becoming Ultimate Gohan / Mystic Gohan, up to you. Gohan is absurdly strong. This version of Gohan is at the same level of Buhan, maybe even stronger, which is a big power buff. Now, we're going to be cutting forward to when Beerus would wake up. Now, by this point, Goku was actually training on Beerus' world, not on King Kai's world. Now, Whis would then notice that Beerus will be waking up soon, setting for his alarm, as Beerus did have the reminiscence of a Saiyan God still all those years ago. Because of this is when Beerus would then awaken, and he did his usual thing, not even realizing that there was other Saiyans and stuff there. He would do his usual thing, eating, taking a bath, getting out, dressing. He would then walk out and be literally confused as to why there are 2 Saiyans in his garden, and Whis would then explain himself, as Beerus states, wow, Vegeta's here too. Now, Vegeta was shocked to see Beerus. He does know about him. He does know that Beerus was there. He's had to do the chores, but it's a different kind of scary when Beerus is actually awake. And he's not sleeping when you're trying to change the sheets, trying to offer some dried up sushi or sardines. It's a little bit more intimidating. But Goku was really excited to see Beerus. His whole life, Whis has talked about Beerus and how strong he is. Whis has told Goku everything about Beerus to prepare him to give Beerus a real fight. And Goku was excited to fight Beerus. But before they do, Beerus is hungry. They would then go to Earth, and they would then grab some Earth food. And Beerus was loving Earth. The food was fantastic. He had a great time, as it was Bulma's 38th birthday party, so Goku had to be there as well. And Goku promises Beerus that they'll have their fight, but first, let him celebrate birthday with Bulma, his wife, and afterwards we'll fight as much as you want. And Beerus actually agrees. Now, originally, Beerus did get upset over the pudding incident, but Whis has backups. And if Beerus did get upset about it, Goku would try to stop him and tell him to wait. But we're going to say for what purposes that Beerus did not get upset this time around. There was more than enough food. Since Goku knows how Beerus is going to react, learning from Whis, he's already prepared. As he doesn't want Beerus to destroy the planet if he cannot stop him. But Goku thinks he has a pretty good chance. Now cutting forward, once when all the food was eaten, everybody was satisfied, Beerus is ready. Beerus states that Whis talked about an experiment, and I can sense a divine energy within you. It's similar to Whis's. What exactly did he do? And Goku states while they were up in the sky as they floated away from everybody to prevent any damage, Whis also made a massive sphere covering in a shield so they can fight as hard as they want, however long they want, and it will not disrupt the entire balance of the entire universe. If you guys remember, Super Saiyan God Goku and Beerus went back and forth, and it was completely shaking the entire universe, destroying everything. Now they can go all out here, and they will not have any problems. So they can go all out and not affect the fabric of reality. Goku would then explain that Whis told him that when he was very little as an infant, Whis gave him some of his own DNA, making him part angel, I guess. Beerus was actually shocked to hear this, and Goku states it's because you were so bored. And the Grand Priest and the Zeno, they were actually interested in seeing what would happen if a mortal gained that divinity. But it was all monitored, and I've grown strong enough to, I think, give you a good challenge. And Beerus really hopes so. He tells the Saiyan what boredom truly is. And Goku states, I can relate to that. I've been so strong recently that no matter who I face or whatever, it's so easy now. So maybe they can give each other what they want, give each other a true fight. So now the big fight will now begin. With Goku staying in base form first, as he would power up to his max, he would then charge in and attack Beerus. Now Beerus was being pushed back by Goku as the true betrayed blows back and forth, shaking the entire area of the shield. As everybody else was watching, Vegeta was struggling to keep up, even when Goku was in base form. Now Goku would then transform into a Super Saiyan. Yes, Goku learned how to do this. Also, his S cells are so high, he can tap into it like how Goten did by this point. Goku wanted to learn it to try and push new transformations, as Whis did like it, even though he thinks that Ultra Instinct is all he needs, but Goku likes to expand his category. But Goku likes to jump forms over time to test his opponent out. And Goku in Super Saiyan was pushing Beerus actually really well, and Beerus was beyond impressed. As Beerus would then power up even more, firing Hakais at Goku, Goku would be able to deflect them and actually grab it, crushing it, shocking Beerus that he could do this. And Beerus states, "I don't want you holding back anymore. Show me the power that Whis put in you." As now, Goku would then smirk as nothing would happen. But the one thing changed, his eyes. Goku was in base form, but there was no strange aura. There was no different shading of his hair. His hair did change a little bit, but just the silver of his eyes. Goku has tapped into a version of Ultra Instinct that we've never seen before. Goku has completely mastered Ultra Instinct 100%. Whis in the original manga stated to Goku, even in his perfected Ultra Instinct, that you're only using 1% of the actual power that Ultra Instinct does have, and that he's not even there yet. This version of Goku, he has 100% mastery. So there's no flashy heat, there's no big aura, no line of aura, no nothing. And also because Goku is part angel, it's not classed as a form for him, it's kind of in the middle, but it's more of a technique that he has fully mastered now. The only difference is you can see his silver eyes, and his hair does take the shape of autonomous Ultra Instinct, but there's no aura, no nothing. Now Beerus could sense the massive power jump within Goku. It actually made him start sweating, as he never thought that Goku would be this strong. As Whis was watching, his smile was only getting bigger, as Goku has only grown stronger and stronger and stronger. Whis doesn't even know how strong Goku fully is, since over the past couple of years, Goku hasn't really trained with him recently. Until recently. This is when Goku would then charge in at Beerus, doing a massive punch to his stomach, making Beerus spit out blood. The two would begin trading blows back and forth, but Beerus cannot hit Goku, as Goku is way too fast for him. Goku would easily dodge every single attack and effortlessly overpower Beerus in every single category. As Beerus was being completely overwhelmed, Goku would then fire a Kamehameha, engulfing Beerus within it, making a huge explosion. As the dust would settle, Beerus' top of his God of Destruction clothing was torn off, as he was bleeding in areas. But he had a massive smile on his face, as that really hurt. For the first time in a long time, other than another destroyer, he's actually faced someone that can give him a challenge. Beerus would then showcase his full power, in one of the rare times that he's ever shown it. As Whis hopes that Goku can outlast him, but he is confident, as Goku hasn't even shown everything yet. This is when Beerus would continue to power up, going into his God of Destruction mode, which is similar to what Toppo did. I like to use as an example. So he does have the three things going down his chest, and now Beerus is absurdly strong, having the Hakai aura. As Goku would then actually form an aura this time, this also protects him against the Hakai powers as well. We saw Vegeta do this. It's a thin line to protect his body. Similar to normal Ultra Instinct, the two would then clash, as it seemed equal at first, as both did not seem to have the edge. Goku here would then smirk, as he would then appear behind Beerus, telling him, "Are you missing something?" And because of this, Beerus would then turn around, firing a huge Hakai beam of energy, as it was purple and black, surrounding Goku, engulfing him. As Goku would then appear behind Beerus once again, having no damage, Beerus was shocked, as his blood went cold. How did he survive that? Goku then states, "Are you surprised to see me? You can't destroy something if it's too powerful, can't you? That's the weakness of a Hakai. If the Hakai user is not stronger than the person that they're firing it against, it's useless." As Beerus thinks, is he actually stronger than me? And Beerus tells the Saiyan, "I want you to go all out. Power up to your full limit. Do it. I want to see it. Let me see it." And Goku states, "Fine. I've never done this before. Powering up to my max power in a long time. Whis hasn't even seen it. Let's hope this barrier can hold." Goku will begin powering up. The aura and pressure that he was giving off was so immense that it pushed Beerus against the shield wall, as he couldn't even move. The weight was so immense that Beerus couldn't even move a finger, even with his own power. As Whis was actually shocked to see how strong Goku actually was, he begins sweating, as that shield won't be able to hold. Whis uses more of his own power to try and keep it contained, but Goku's power, it continues to rise non-stop. As Goku would finally power up to his full strength, shattering the shield, Whis worried that this would have destroyed the whole universe instantly. It didn't, because Goku had perfect control. Goku would then calm down and he would look at Beerus, who was back to normal, and he was absolutely shocked beyond belief. Like, his eyes were wide and he was cold chills. And Whis was actually shocked to see how strong Goku was. Goku was far stronger than all the other gods of destruction put together. He's even reaching the domain of the angels by now, which is extraordinary because he's only in his late 30s, 40s, which is shocking. Angels are millions upon billions of years old. This is incredible, as Whis was more than happy, as he's happy with how strong his creation has become. As Goku would then look at his hand, he's never went full power before. And he actually looks at Whis and he tells Whis, I want to test it on somebody, but I don't want to hurt Lord Beerus more than he already is. Fight me, Whis. As Beerus was shocked to see this, Whis would then appear next to him, and he would actually heal Beerus and tell him that he has this. He would actually hand his staff over to Beerus, and he tells him to hold this. As Whis was actually excited to fight Goku, as everyone else was watching in utter shock, namely Vegeta, as he thought that he was starting to creep up to Goku. Apparently not. He is way far behind. Goku can look his way, and just with a single flick of his eyelid, he can kill him. Goku would then charge in, and he would start fighting Whis. Now, both of them have mastery over Ultra Instinct, so it was hard to grab each other. Whis would then punch Goku right in the stomach, but it was a ruse. As Goku now had his wrist, grabbing him so Whis can't dodge, Goku would deliver a massive uppercut to Whis' stomach, hitting him full force, making a massive shockwave behind him. Whis kind of felt it a little bit, as it kind of felt like a little bee sting. That was incredible. As Goku then tells Whis that he's going to hit him with everything that he has, you better be ready. As Goku would then charge in full speed, roaring in Ultra Instinct, throwing a final punch towards Whis, Whis would then catch it within his hand, making a huge explosion of energy. And once when it cleared, Goku was back in base form and he was smiling, as Whis was able to catch it with his hand, and Whis' hand actually did have some scratches on it, and it actually stung a little bit. Whis felt that go up his whole arm. That was incredible. Now, of course, Whis is not going all out here. In terms of power scaling or percentages, Whis was using about 25% of his power, 25 to 30%. That's absolutely absurd if you think about it, because angels use less than 1% and they can one-tap a god of destruction. So that goes to show you how strong Goku is. He's getting there. Whis was very proud of Goku. He would heal him, as Beerus would then shake Goku's hand and thank him for this opportunity, and he was beyond thrilled. As since he technically lost, Whis tells Goku, do you want to become a god of destruction? Because you did beat Lord Beerus fair and square, and you have more than enough strength to become one. The opportunity's there. Now, Goku would think about it for a second, a god of destruction. And the reason why he thinks is because originally he flat out says no. Whis has taught Goku all about the god of destruction. It's not just about killing innocent people or being a monster or nothing like that. It's just destroying and keeping balance. Goku doesn't even need to kill the good people. He can only get rid of the bad people that are bringing him balance. Goku was actually really thinking about it until he says, nah. And Goku states, no offense at all. I would love to learn God of Destruction power as well. That would be really cool. But nah, I'm good. And Beerus was actually kind of thankful, because if Goku did want to become a God of Destruction, technically could take it. Goku doesn't want it. Goku states, listen, I'm not much of a destroyer guy anyway. If I had no choice and the Grand Zeno told me to, then yeah, I would. But if I have a choice, then no, I don't want to. And besides, I don't want to outlive all my friends. And Whis states, oh, well, that might already happen. And Whis states, because you are half angel, you're technically immortal. So in reality, you necessarily can't die of old age. You can die of injuries and die of sicknesses, if one is bad enough to kill you, but old age will not beat you. Basically, it's like the Master Roshi effect, where age does not bother him, but things such as poisons, death, or injuries that will kill him can actually end his life. But time and age itself cannot. And that did hit Goku pretty hard, as he'll outlive his family and everything else, but Bulma just states, we'll switch for immortality or something, I don't know. And Bulma states, in reality, if our kids technically have a small portion of your angelic ability, doesn't that mean that they'll live a lot longer? And Whis actually agrees and says yes, but he's not 100% certain. He has to look into that. But he states that the theory is most likely true. Even if there was a small hint of divine energy, aka angel ki, within somebody, they will keep their youth forever, to a degree. Or maybe it's reduced by a couple tens of thousands of years, but that's still a long time. So they're not worried about it. And Bulma states, oh, I can just keep on wishing to be young again, it don't matter. And Goku states, oh, that's true. And Whis could also make Bulma younger. If this dude can help people give birth and basically bring people back to life, if Bulma dies, he can just bring her back to life anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So after the Beerus fight was all finished, I mean, Beerus was delighted. The fact that he actually lost him. Now he's going to continue training. And he tells Whis to start training him, not Goku for a little bit. He wants to get back into shape. Now, during the Universe 6 arc, as we all know, Champa challenged Beerus over the planet Earth, and mainly over the Super Dragon Balls. Now, Beerus would instantly accept, as Champa doesn't know about Goku. Goku's his secret weapon, and that Beerus can use for bragging brownie points whenever he wants in reality. Now, he tells Goku that there will be a tournament, and it'll be over the Super Dragon Balls. He does offer to Goku if you want to use it, and Goku thinks about it. He actually does. And Beerus wonders, what do you want from it? And Goku states, well, I was actually thinking recently, but I wanted to ask you first, because Goku doesn't want to cause problems with Beerus, but I wanted to ask you first, that I'll maybe use my own Dragon Balls on Earth to wish Planet Vegeta back to life and all the Saiyans. This would shock Beerus, as he's a little bit worried. He does, oh shit, Goku, does he know about the thing, Whis? And Whis says he does. And Beerus is like, oh my god. And Goku says, no, Beerus, it's okay. I know what you did, and you told Frieza to kill all the Saiyans. And was I mad about it at first? Yeah, because those are my people, but that was so long ago. And we could just bring them back with the Dragon Balls. It's okay. Beerus took the biggest sigh of relief, the fact that he did not get completely obliterated. After this was done, Goku would worry about making the wish later on, not right now. But he tells Beerus, you can use the Dragon Balls for whatever you want, doesn't matter to me. Beerus says, okay, cool. So Goku does know about the plan for the tournament, and he actually agrees to do it. He's always wanted to go to another universe, but Whis says that you're not allowed to. But since you're really good friends with Zeno, maybe he might allow you in the future. Which actually really excites Goku, because Goku would ask Whis, do you know if there's any mortal who can really give me a challenge? And Whis ponders and he says, well, there is stories of a mortal in one of the universes that is more powerful than a god of destruction. This would excite Goku. Someone that's even stronger than Beerus? That could actually be a cool fight. And Whis states potentially, but I don't know which one. Carrying on, Champa would still challenge Beerus the same as before. They would set it all up. Now, it would be the same people as last time. It's just, this time around, it would be Goku, Vegeta, Gohan. That's all they need. Goku's really all they need. Goku is the backup in case anything bad does happen. So Gohan would actually go first, and he would then fight Batamo, and he would defeat him by throwing him off the ring. Now, next up, it's a mismatch. It could realistically be Frost, or it could be Kaba. We're going to say Frost. So next up was Frost, and which Gohan would actually lose to at first, until they realized that he was cheating. Goku saw it. With his Ultra Instinct, he can see things better. And also, Jack was there too. But we're going to glaze over the Frieza arc as, oh, thing about Frieza, if Frieza was wished back to life, either way, if he had his golden form, even if he trained to his Black Frieza form, he would not defeat Goku. Goku would absolutely obliterate him. Vegeta would absolutely annihilate Frieza. Gohan would even give him a pretty decent battle in Super Saiyan 2, or his Mystic form, but no. Sorry, Frieza, but you had no chance. So that's why I kind of jumped over the Frieza arc, just some people that might be confused in the comments. I'm sorry. But now for Universe 6, Gohan would be noticed that he was cheated out by Frost. Gohan would be let back in as he was very angry, and Vegeta wants to have his revenge on this. Vegeta would then step in, and he would completely annihilate Frost. Easily. Not even bursting into Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan. In base form, he would just gut punch him, knocking him out of the ring. Now, this is when Vegeta would fight Vegeta, and he would overpower him in base form, too. Now, he would fight Kaba, and he would showcase Super Saiyan, teaching him. Now, Vegeta would also showcase Super Saiyan God as well, but he's holding back massively. Now, once when Vegeta does step up to fight Hit, Goku was actually excited to see Hit, as Hit has time skip abilities, from what he learned about from Whis. Now, Vegeta would get overwhelmed at first, because he was not used to the time skip ability. But now, Vegeta would then transform into a Super Saiyan God. He would then smirk and show Hit something impressive. Vegeta would then already, in Super Saiyan God, he's already stronger than Hit. Vegeta would then showcase Super Saiyan Blue, and he would then push it further by going into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, stating that this power is much better than the blue form. In this form, I can control my power much better, and have no stamina issues. Vegeta within a few punches would nearly knock out Hit out of the ring. Even though Hit does have his time skip, he would then have to use his time cage ability, which would actually hinder Vegeta, trapping him. He would then pull the Jiren and slowly make his way, crushing the time sphere in his hand. And Vegeta would then charge up a final flash, hitting Hit, completely annihilating him out of the ring, as Hit was nearly killed by this, but he barely survived, as Vados would heal him. Champa was actually furious that they lost so easily, as he was prepared to kill them all. Now, initially before Zeno would still show up, but before Zeno did, Goku appeared right in front of Champa, grabbing his hand, and nearly crushing it, as Goku's eyes were silver but no aura. He was in base Ultra Instinct. Champa was shocked to see this, as Beerus said nothing but smirk a little bit. He hopes that Goku does not kill Champa. And if Goku did, he get in trouble. But Champa was shocked, as Goku states, "You need to calm down." And Champa would actually try and hit Goku a few times, but Goku easily dodged, and he states, "You're a lot slower and weaker than your brother is." And Champa would charge up a Hakai, which Goku would then block with a flick of his finger, shocking Champa, as Beerus would then get in front of them and state, "Champa, don't do it. This Saiyan right here defeated me with ease. He was even able to give Whis a good fight." Shocking Champa and even Vados, Champa would then give up and step down. And the reason why is because Zeno was there. Goku would instantly turn and smile as he turned back to normal. He would then go over to Zeno, shake his hand, lifting him up in the air. You know, the usual thing. As Zeno was super happy to see Goku, that's his best friend in the whole universe. As Goku would ask, "What are you doing here?" And Zeno says, I saw the fight that your friends did, and they're really strong." And Zeno says, "I also heard that you're able to push Whis pretty well. That's really cool. You're super strong." And Goku would say, "Yeah, I actually wanted to do a tournament or something, to where something like this, but with all the competitors of all the universes, because I've never been able to see them." And Zeno states, "Oh, that'd be really cool. Well, we'll set that up then." It's the same event that they did last time. It's just, it saves Goku a trip having to go see Zeno again, since Zeno already met Goku before. A lot of times, actually. Now, because of this, Zeno would agree, and he says, "I'll go start planning with the Grand Minister." He would then leave, as now things will start getting spicy after this next part. The story last ended with Universe 7 beating Universe 6 during the small tournament, but we all knew that it was an easy win for all of them. Before we jump into more, make sure to get this video to 300 likes, and make sure to like and subscribe as well, and share amongst your friends. What about the Goku Black arc? Well, as we know, there was a lot of confusion with the different timelines and the weird settings. Now, Goku Black will be stronger. What I mean by this is Goku Black will be taking over this version of Goku's body, which is very dangerous. He got it from a different timeline, and I guess you can say it's another what if timeline. Before confusing anybody, long story short, he just has this version of Goku's body. So, would Trunks be able to survive? Well, for plot reasons, yes, as without Trunks, the Goku Black arc would not have happened. Now, Goku would have still met Goku Black, and Whis would have noted on how his energy feels a lot like this version of Goku's. It feels angelic, which worries Whis. This is when Goku and Goku Black would still have their little matchup. This time around though, Goku's not in Super Saiyan 2. He fights him in base form, and the two would trade blows back and forth. While Goku Black does have a version of Goku's body. This version of Goku's body is a lot younger. By younger, I mean this version of Goku Black is roughly around the Android Saga, which is still very powerful, but unfortunately, it's not to this version of Goku, who has grown much stronger. Since he got it from a different timeline, this is before the 7-year gap before when he really got much stronger. And this version of Goku Black cannot access Ultra Instinct. I know some people would want him to, but that would make no sense for him to access it because he's too egotistical and he doesn't have the mentality. While true, it might be easier to get Ultra Instinct, it wouldn't work for him either way. You gotta have the mentality of one, and Goku Black definitely does not. But we'll get into his forms later. Now, Goku Black would still be sent back to the future timeline, and of course, Goku knows that traveling via time is completely banned. But this is a problem that is a severe problem, because he can go to any timeline he wants and cause major issues. Goku would then actually take this up to Grand Zeno. Remember, he still has the button, and he's very good friends with Zeno. Now, Goku knows to pick his words wisely, as even the Grand Priest is a little nervous about Goku telling Zeno all about this. Now, Zeno is not pleased that somebody using Goku's body, who is his friend, is abusing time. And Goku states, well, I know that Whis or you guys can't do anything, but I can. If you will allow me to find this Goku Black guy and help track him down, then I can help fight him. Now, of course, though, Zeno states, well, time travel is not allowed unless we permit you, and Goku's confused. Now, the Kai of Time, as we know, is from Xenoverse 2 and Xenoverse 1. She, basically, or her name is Corona, she takes care of all the different timelines all around different realities, which is a big job to have. And Zeno states that is the only way that you will have permitted access to go and stop this chaos. Goku says, no problem at all. So, Zeno would then transport Goku. Now, Goku is now set in Kanton City, where, as we know, this is where Xenoverse 2 is stationed at currently, and this is where Goku can help with Elder Kai and the Supreme Kai of Time. Corona, she can help Goku. Now, she was already informed by Grand Zeno everything about what happened, and Whis and Beerus was there as well just to see it go down. Now, Goku would go to Future Trunks' timeline, look for Goku Black, and very quickly he would find them. Now, Goku would have his rematch with Goku Black this time around, as Trunks would help Goku by providing support if he needs it. But unfortunately, Trunks is way outclassed, as Goku Black is only growing stronger the more Goku fights him because he's getting accustomed to the body. Now, this is when Goku Black would then showcase the fruits of his power, and he would then tap into Super Saiyan Rose. Now, this version of Rose is actually stronger than his original self. The aura is a bit more angelic looking, a bit more of a whitish color. Now, Goku Black is absurdly strong, way stronger than any character from the Black Arc is. Goku now knows that he does not need to hold back, and he knows he needs to kill Goku Black. If he does not, there should be problems. This is when Zamasu would reveal himself, and Goku Black already jumped around different timelines, and he already got the version of Zamasu who wished himself for immortality, which is causing even more of a headache, because Goku now cannot kill him because he's immortal, unless he uses Super Dragon Balls again to remove immortality, but that's a whole other headache on top of that, because now they have to find it and then make the wish. But Goku knows that there's a few ways that he might be able to do something. He made up a plan with Zeno, and in case anything got too severe, he can use the Zeno button to technically bring that timeline Zeno to that time to kill Goku Black and Zamasu. And then the Supreme Kai of Time, she would have to try to do her magic and maybe bring Trunks to a copy of that timeline. And it's all a huge headache, and there's no way to really get out of it, but that's the best way that they can do for now. But Goku does have other options that he might be able to try and do. Now, cutting forward, we would then have Goku continuing to battle Goku Black and Trunks is battling Zamasu. Now, Trunks would still have his Rage moment, and he would unlock Super Saiyan Rage, easily being stronger than Zamasu. Zamasu has no chance, but his immortality is keeping him going. Now, with Goku, he was overpowering Goku Black, even though he was in Rose, because Goku tapped into Ultra Instinct. And because he's in Ultra Instinct, he is way too powerful for Goku Black, easily overpowering him as Goku's at his full strength. Though Zamasu, aka Goku Black, is getting stronger, he would then bring out his Scythe, the Scythe of Sorrow, and he would try to cut in different realities, bringing multiple versions of him. This is when Goku would power up even further, tapping into True Ultra Instinct, and he would easily overpower each Goku Black in his way, and Goku has enough, as he would then put his hands together, and he would then yell out, Hakai. And he completely erases Goku Black. Shocking everybody, even Beerus and Whis, who was there by the way, they were watching, keeping this version of Supreme Kai safe, as, you know, if he dies, then Beerus dies as well. Beerus is keeping him close so he can protect him if need be. But Beerus was shocked that Goku knew this ability, and Whis would laugh and state, well, he's been learning a lot more. Long story short, he's kind of been breaking into Beerus' secret chambers, and he's been looking at the scrolls of teachings of gods of destruction. And he did learn how to use the Hakai ability. It's only natural for him. And this is plausible because Goku, in normal, he was able to do this. Why can't Goku with angelic power do it as well? And way more potential. Now that Goku Black was completely erased, Zamasu knows that he cannot beat them all on his own because he'll just keep on getting trounced around. Now Beerus or Goku cannot Hakai Zamasu because Zamasu is protected under the Super Dragon Balls. Only Zeno can erase this version of Zamasu. But they can restrain him. So after taking any time rings that he does have, Goku himself would then put powers of ki around Zamasu, trapping him, and they would then bring him all the way to Zeno himself. Zeno would completely erase Zamasu, and this would then save the timeline. It would also save the Supreme Kai time a lot of headache, because she thought she would have to make a copy of the same timeline and do all this and that. That really did stress her out. Now, even though Trunks did kind of break rules, Goku does owe it to Trunks, because Trunks still helped him out. So in return, through the Supreme Kai of Time, they were sent back to his future timeline, but they would then go to the other world since they can travel there. And in return, Goku would then meet his other self. And he would meet all of the Z Fighters who died. Everybody. That version of Goku was so happy to see his version of himself and see how strong he was. He kind of wants a little one-on-one, if that's okay. And Goku would instantly accept. He's never fought himself before. And Beerus states, we don't have time to be sitting here fighting ourselves. We gotta go. But this is when that version of Goku would then transform into a Super Saiyan 3, which he's never seen before, and battle Goku. Now, Goku was in base form blocking with a finger. It wasn't even that much of a struggle, but he was amazed at how strong he is. He would then teach him all about God Ki within a few moments, explaining that if 5 Saiyans gather around each other, you can give the power of God energy. And this blew Goku away. He never knew about it. He says, be ready for any other threat that might come your way and continue training like never before. And in return, Whis would then bring them all back to life. Bulma, Chi-Chi, Gohan, Krillin, Tien, Piccolo, the Souls bring back Kami, and the Dragon Balls. Everybody will be brought back to life, even Vegeta. And Trunks was more delighted than ever, as he actually had a moment with his real father, Vegeta. And Vegeta would tell him, as he's a lot more mature acting because he's been around Goku, he says, I've been watching you, son, and I'm more proud than you can even imagine. I'm truly proud of you. And Trunks would then hug his father for the first time, crying, as Bulma was happy to see her boy was alive and she's stronger than ever. So, after all the Z Fighters from Trunks' future timeline were brought back to Earth, since the Dragon Balls are back, they would then use the Dragon Balls to wish back everybody that was killed on planet Earth via the androids and Goku Black. Now, Kami would then explain to Piccolo that they need to get rid of the past problems that they had, and they would have already fused. Now, this would mean that there would need to be a new person for the Dragon Balls, since there is none. But they could always use the Dragon Balls before, and before they wish any people back, they could wish a person of Namekian to be brought here. So you could even have DriemDay if you wanted. Now, it's up to you. Now, anyway, cutting back, they would then all go back to their current timelines, and everything would then go back to normal. Goku would take a breath of fresh air, as that was really confusing, but he's happy that future Trunks now has the life that he deserves, because without it, he would have been very alone. Well, he did have Mai, but that's it. Nobody else. And Whis was proud of Goku for what he did, as after reporting everything to the Grand Minister and to Zeno, Zeno would let it all go, and he would say, oh, it's no problem, you did a good job. But no more of this time travel stuff, okay? Even though you were approved, I still don't like it. He said, no problem. Now that was all done, the Grand Priest would then meet with Goku and tell him about the Tournament of Power, which will be happening within the next few days. He would then explain to gather your strongest warriors, and we will prepare to go after. And Goku would agree. He was very excited for this. Goku would get everybody that he knows, getting everybody as strong as they are, as Beerus was very cocky, and he was very confident, because who's stronger than Goku? I mean, Goku's the strongest guy here. Now, this is when we would have Goku still go to hell. And this version of Goku would go to Cell. Finding Cell, who was just trapped in hell fighting, doing his normal thing. He wasn't trapped like how Frieza was, because Frieza was completely diabolical. He would not find Frieza. He would find Cell, who would challenge Goku to a match first, and they would trade a few blows. Goku was still far stronger than Cell, although Cell has gotten a lot stronger. And Goku would then offer Cell for a chance to come fight for the tournament. Cell would actually agree, as the idea of fighting other people sounds exciting. Cell by this point has grown past that stupid thing that Gero made him for, to kill Goku and to take over the planet and do whatever. He doesn't care for that. Although he's not a super nice guy, he's not completely evil as well. He doesn't want to kill weak people or innocent people because, frankly, they're not truly worth his time in general, but he's not going to outright protect them either. Cell just wants to fight the strongest people and grow stronger himself. That's all he wants. He's just like a normal Saiyan, which Goku can respect it, so Cell will be brought along, much to everybody's dismay. But Cell's a lot more of a game player than everyone else, as he's a lot more of a team player as well, on top of Frieza. Once when they were all brought to the Turn of Power, it's the same exact cast as before. Unfortunately, this time around, the effect of the Turn of Power will be way one-sided towards Universe 7. Because of the fact you have beings like Raditz, who Raditz by this point does have Super Saiyan 2, and more. You also have version of Gohan, who does have Mystic. Vegeta is tapped into a new form, but he has Blue Evolution. Goku, enough said. And you have Cell. Cell is actually one of the strongest people there. He's actually relative to the likes of Gohan and in between Vegeta, but Cell has some stuff up his sleeve that he's been saving. Remember, Cell has been dead for a very long time. Cell's been training a lot in Hell, growing stronger and stronger and stronger. Now, this is when Cell would then face off against Hit, as the two would then have their little matchup here and there, but then they would break off, as then Jiren would then go after Hit. Now, Goku wants to fight Jiren first, as Jiren did knock out Hit, unfortunately, and during the match of Kefla, this is when I think Gohan would actually fight Kefla himself. Gohan's been training alongside Piccolo and Raditz. He's been growing stronger and stronger as well. His potential's gotten even higher. That Gohan has been learning some new powers. Now, just to point something out, Bra and Vegeta Jr. and even Raditz's child, which I would like to call them Ranch, they would not be there as they're too young. So just to make that clear for everybody, they're way too young. There's no reason for them to be there right now. And you only need to have the big dogs there. But they're still strong in their own right. Now, this is when Gohan, who was fighting against Kefla, was starting to get overpowered. Even though he was in the Mystic form, he has trained and gotten a lot stronger. But this is when Gohan, with enough power within Mystic and the help of Piccolo, he would be able to knock out Kefla, defeating her. This is when Toppo would then step in and begin fighting Gohan. And while Gohan is in Mystic, he is being overpowered by Toppo. This is when Gohan would then power up to a new strength that they've never seen before. Or have they? Gohan would then transform into Ultra Instinct. I know. This is because Gohan has versions of the Angelic Key. He's 1/4. But he has enough to make it possible for him to even tap into it. Though this is the extremely early stages of it, he only learned how to tap into it as Goku has been teaching him and helping him. Whis notes about this as he's been helping Gohan as well, though it's incomplete. This is autonomous Ultra Instinct or Ultra Instinct sign. Now Gohan would overpower Toppo, forcing Toppo to then transform into his God of Destruction form. But now Gohan realizes that while true Ultra Instinct is an incredible power, it's not fitting his mentality. Now that Gohan was being pushed back, he would then think about his wife and his children. Yes, Gohan has his own child, Pan and everybody else. Y'all know about that? Okay. Gohan would snap and transform into Beast form, which is stronger than Ultra Instinct sign because of his power. Gohan decides that he cannot continue training like his father and being like him. He needs to fight like an Earthling more and tap into a new power. And Beast is a new form. While some people might be disappointed that Gohan did not follow the route of Ultra Instinct, he did try, and he can tap into it. But he doesn't want it. He wants to go his own path, as he cannot be exactly like Goku. That would make no sense. Now this was done, Gohan would easily overpower Toppo, and then this is when the fight with Jiren would then take place. Now Goku would call out Jiren, as the Gods of Destruction don't know, other than of course Champa and Beerus, they don't really know how strong Goku is. And Goku was excited to showcase the fruits of his training, and also Zenkai's gotten from fighting Goku Black, to showcase his new power. This is when Goku would then begin fighting Jiren. Unfortunately, even though Jiren went into his full power state and bulked up in size, even going Limit Breaker, wouldn't be enough. Goku is far too powerful. Goku can beat Jiren within one shot if he wanted to. But Goku wants to make a statement As then, Zeno was actually getting bored. Zeno thinks it's really cool for Goku to be how strong he is, but it's boring though. Like Zeno wants to see Goku really fight. Zeno has an idea. Why doesn't an angel of their choosing, step in to fight? After the Tournament of Power ends, there's the bonus round. Goku can fight the Gods of Destructions and the Angels, which would shock everybody as they were not expecting this. Angels are not allowed to fight mortals, but if Zeno says so, then they have to. Gods of Destruction, they were fine with it because they don't know how strong Goku is, but Beerus and Champa were a little bit terrified. But they would be happy to try. They think if all of them team up on Goku, he can't fight them all at the same time. That's impossible. Now Goku was getting fired up seeing that, as Goku cannot wait to do this. Jiren was knocked out of the ring, as Universe 7 would just blitz through everybody. And Cell, even though Cell would fight Anilaza, Cell would then showcase his new power, and he would transform into Super Saiyan God. Or I guess you could say Perfect God, as that would be a perfect form for Cell. Now, his aura would be like of a Super Saiyan God, but it'll be a more of a greenish red color, fitting Cell's aesthetic. As you could make him like Golden Cell, which is like from Frieza, but that wouldn't make any sense. So Cell would have his own version of God form, and Cell's very, very strong. He could actually push back base Jiren, but of course, when Jiren powers up, he would overpower Cell. Now that that was won, all the universes would then be sent back, as Goku would basically tell Gohan it's your wish. Since Gohan was team leader, Gohan would then wish all the universes back. Now it's time for the final tournament, as all the universes were all brought back, they were all in the stands and they were watching. The Grand Priest would then make a bubble around the broken Tournament of Power so it can protect the other people around them. As Goku has never gone full power before, other than with Whis. And Goku was holding back against Whis. What do I mean by this? The reason why Goku was holding back against Whis is because they were not in the protective shield barrier, and Goku was afraid that he would break it, and also he didn't want to destroy the entire universe with Whis. And also, angels are not allowed to fight mortals that much, so Goku knew that if he used too much power, they could get noticed, and that would cause a lot of problems. But for the first time, Goku will go all out. The first set of contenders was all the Gods of Destruction, who a lot of them don't have good teamwork. We'll look into that in a minute. They would then all gang up on Goku fighting him, which Goku and Ultra Instinct would then dodge all of their attacks. Now, Goku notes, while they are very powerful, they don't have good coordination because they're so egotistical, and as well, they're also not the best at working together. A lot of them don't like each other and they have rivals and stuff like that, so they're not really good. Same with Beerus and Quintessa, or whatever that is. So, unfortunately, Goku would take them out one by one, the weakest to the strongest, taking out Champa and more. Now, Beerus was one of the last people remaining, as Goku would easily overpower all the Gods of Destruction, defeating them, as even their Hakai abilities won't work, and Goku won. Now, just from fighting them alone, Goku has gotten stronger. Now, remember what I told you, that Goku, on his own, has been sneaking off, learning stuff about the Gods of Destruction. While Goku has been following the Angel route, he has learned everything that he can from the Angel side, as there's not much more you can add. But there's something on the other side too. Goku has learned everything about angels, learning their divinity, the soothing, calm, and peaceful, almost like a river. But the Gods of Destruction route is more like lava, crashing, powerful, burning, chaos. What if you blended the two together to make something impenetrable? Something that is perfect for destruction and the fluidity of the angelic side, with the power of a God of Destruction. When the angels were then tasked to fight Goku, they would then send one first, as it was Vados, who was actually stronger than Whis. She would begin fighting Goku, and Goku was beginning to learn. The Grand Priest was shocked to see this. Is he doing what I think he's doing? Is he really going to learn that power? As the Grand Priest is the only person who knows how to use this ability. You see, a being can only hold the primordial power of angelic and God of Destruction. Now there is the power of a Kai, but that's way below it. The angelic side is a being of love, care, soothing, but it can be powerful as well. The god of destruction is raw power, egotistical strength. No mortal can blend the two together. That's why he separated them, and Zeno separated them himself, making gods of destruction and the angels. That is the reason why when he made the Grand Priest was the only perfect creation to have both. That is why he's above everybody, and he is the strongest fighter in the universe, other than Grand Zeno, in terms of power. But the Grand Priest is staring in utter shock as Goku is beginning to learn how to tap into that for himself, utilizing both. That's not possible. He's immortal. But Goku is able to learn this. As the gods were watching in shock as well, even Zeno was surprised seeing this. He was excited because this was all a test and it's working out beautifully. He will be as strong as the Grand Priest potentially. As Goku would then fully utilize, as all the angels would gang up on him, the perfected power of divinity. Goku is now controlling the power such as the Prime Minister does, which is nearly omnipotent but not. Goku's hair was now flashing. This hair was a mixture of beautiful white strands of hair with the dark reddish purple of Destroyer energy. Goku would then have the symbol of the angels around his neck, and behind it as well with the Grand Priest symbol, but he would also have the three marks going down his chest to his stomach, showcasing the Destroyer icon. As Goku would then open his eyes, one pupil was glowing purple, and the other one was glowing a whitish color. A silver eye. Goku has now tapped into a power that we have never seen before. Goku would easily fight all of the angels, though he was still struggling though, as the angels all teaming up are in perfect unity, but he was winning. Goku would overpower all the angels and defeat them, as it was the last one remaining was Whis. Whis' eyes would then glow as he would hit Goku with everything that he had, as he was so proud of him and how strong he's grown. Goku would thank Whis for everything that he's done, and then Goku would then revert back to base form, as Goku won. Grand Zeno would then fix everything, healing everybody, and Goku could not have been more excited, as Goku was now the full winner of all the 12 universes. Everybody was in shock to see Goku use that power, as even Vegeta asked him, "How did you use that?" And Goku states, "I have no idea." And then after the tournament, Goku could not access that power anymore. He thinks that being pushed to the limit like that made that power come out. But for now, he can only use Ultra Instinct. He can't use that God of Destruction power no more or anything, because just he has to mix it with his angelic power. He doesn't know how to anymore, though. It was by accident. But Goku was really excited, as now that's a new goal for him to strive for. Now, since Frieza was never brought back, what about Broly? Oh, and what about Cell? Well, Cell would actually be given his life back, and Cell would not be evil. Cell would just be a fighter. He would travel around the universe, fighting people of his choosing, growing stronger and stronger, but Cell would not kill innocent people anymore, nor cause chaos for no reason. Cell just wants to explore the universe, and he'll come back to challenge Goku one day when he's stronger. Now, what about Broly? Well, the effects of Broly would end a little bit differently, as if Chi-Lai and Lemo did find Broly by accident, but even if Broly somehow made it to Earth, it wouldn't have mattered, because Goku would have easily overpowered Broly and defeated him. Even Vegeta could have beaten Broly on his own, even Gohan as well. So Broly would either be on planet Vampa still with Paragus, or for a good ending for Broly, I'm going to go down the route that he would show up to Earth. Paragus would have tried sicking Broly on Vegeta, but we know how that would have went. Broly would have been pushed to Akari, but he would have been defeated by Goku or Vegeta, who would have powered up, and Chi-Lai would have also broken the remote. This would have then made either Paragus submit and give up, and Goku being so strong, he might have convinced Paragus, and Broly would have lived on Earth. Now that all the Saiyans were technically on Earth, Broly would just stay with Sheila and Lemmo, as they do like it on Earth. It is very peaceful. Paragus being there as well, he'll just accept his fate and he'll stay on Earth, and he'll kind of get rid of the grudge that he has against Vegeta. After this was done, what about the Granola and Gas arc? Well, the Granola and Gas arc was really only instigated by Frieza, and even if they decided to make the wish to become the most powerful being in the universe, that means that they would have to surpass Goku. And unfortunately, even though Granola has a longer life, he would have died if he would have met Goku. He would have been turned into bones and ash because Goku is so strong. Even if they were stronger than Goku for that first minute, it wouldn't have mattered because they would have died. And if Gas would have made the same wish, he would have died as well. And if they would have tried fighting Goku, they would have lost. And they even had people like Vegeta and Gohan there as well. Yeah, unfortunately, they would have had no problem. Now, what about Frieza? There's no Black Frieza since Frieza is still stuck in Hell. Now, as for Cell, Cell's doing his thing traveling around the universe. He does come by Earth every now and again to fight Goku, and he gets beaten up, but he still comes by. And other than that, that is it. We will not be tapping into Dragon Ball Daima because the show is not officially completed yet, so I'm not going to go into it. But even if I did, we know what would happen. Even though Goku will be turning into a kid, he is so strong that he could overpower anybody in his way. The Demon Realm would have no chance against this version of Goku. And that is it for this series, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know that the Goku Black arc was a little bit confusing with Corona, aka the Supreme Kai of Time, fixing things. That's what she initially thought until Goku made up a new plan with Zeno. So that's what she initially thought. So I know it sounded confusing. But anyway, if you guys have made it this far, do hashtag made it in the comment section. Thank you all so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Let's get to 50,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.